Um, Good afternoon. Today I will talk about volleyball. I will tell you a little about what it is, the history, some rules, the characteristics, the types of volleyball, and a little about some of the best players. First of all, I will tell you what volleyball is. Volleyball is a sport that consists of the meeting of two teams composed of six players each, who face each other on a court divided by a net or mesh over which a ball must pass so that it touches the ground of the opposite file to make a notation. The objective of volleyball is to score points with the ball passes to the opponent's field, something that the opposing team will try to prevent through defensive plays such as touches, attack, or blocks. The ball can be propelled with any part of the body through a clean shoot. However, the hands and forearms are usually used during the game. And the ball cannot be caught. That is, not having the ball in your hands for a long time. Second, I'll tell you a little bit about the history. Volleyball was created by William George Morgan in 1895 when he was serving as teacher and sports coach at the YMCA, that means a Young Men's Christian Association in Holyoke, Massachusetts, United States. Morgan saw the need to create an alternative physical activity of less intensity than basketball, a sport created by his partner James Naismith in 1891, which can be practiced by people of all ages, either in open or closed space. And his purpose was to create a team game to train and compete, establishing his first rules as the elements of the game. Volleyball became very receptive and began to spread to various countries thanks to Morgan making the first public presentation at a conference of the various GMCA associations. In principle, volleyball was a sport practiced exclusively by men, but over the years, women's volleyball was also included. Today, volleyball is a sport that has an international body founded in 1947, the International Volleyball Federation. It is the place where its regulations are defined and the various activities around this sport are organized. Third, I will comment on the rules, the playing field. The first is the playing field. Um, the playing field or court is rectangular in shape and must be 18 meters long by 9 meters wide. The middle of the field must be marked by a line on which the diving net or mesh is placed. This line divides the court into two equal parts measuring 9 meters and where each of the teams will play the net or mesh. And the mesh must be between 10 meters long and 1 meter wide. The mesh protrudes towards the lateral lines by about 50 centimeters. It has two edges to be able to identify the upper and lower part of the mesh. And now I'm going to talk about the type of ball. Its exterior must be made of synthetic material or leather, painted, and can have a combination of two or three colors. The equipment, each team can be made up of up to 14 players, of which two are libero. Each team must have a coach, one or two assistant coach. During the game, only 6 players participate per team. All players who are going to play must be uniform, shorts, shirts identified with a number from 1 to 20 on the front and back, and sports shoes. The only uniform that varies in color is that of the libero. Now I'm going to talk about the main features. The playing field or court is rectangular and must be duly marked by a series of lines that delimit the various playing areas. It is necessary that the net be placed in the midfield, complying with what is indicated in the rules of the game. All players must use the uniform in which the number and name of these are indicated. The games consist of 4 sets, however this may vary, and the winner of a game can be defined in 3 or with sets, as the case may be. The time that a volleyball game lasts is variable, therefore it depends on the performance of the players and the referee. Now I'm going to talk about the types of volleyball. First is beach volleyball. It is played on a sand pile divided by a net and has the same objective as traditional volleyball. However, it has some differences, such as first, teams are made up of 2 players. Second, and the players don't have a fixed position on the court, and there are no change or situations. Third, the match consists of 3 sets, that is, the first one who wins 2 wins each set is played to 21 points with an advantage of 2, and if necessary a third set is played up to 15 points with 2 advantages. Sitting volleyball, it is designed for athletes with disabilities who must remain seated. In this case, the net is placed at the height of 1.15 meters for and 1.05 meters for women. Best volleyball players. First is Irving Ingapet, Francis, best player at the 2014 World Champions, is definitely the talking point in town, with several videos of him widely entertaining fans with some out of the ordinary volleyball moves. Second, Ivan Zaitsev. He is from Italy, the best volleyball player and the top scorer. Unfortunately, he suffered an injury during the World Championship, and that was one of the factors why Italy failed to finish in the top 4. And the last one, Gavin Schmidt, the Canadian scoring machine and the 5th favorite, have had an excellent club season in Turkey. He led his team Arkas to win the Turkish league. Gavin was named MVP to top attacker, top scorer, and top server. Um, Thank you very much.